When it comes to the human resource frame of leadership, I would describe that as the needs of each member work together to make decisions and communicate effectively to the leader. Also, the leader acts as a servant to meet the needs of the members. And so they work cooperatively together, looking at the needs of each member in the group. When it comes to a pyramid of how I would set up my school if I need to arrange my people, my humans in my group, I have created this graphic organizer here, a flowchart of having the principal at the top and my sections of groups below that. So I have made this into 3 sections. I have a section with community and alumni. I have a section with teachers, maintenance personnel, office staff, paras, cooks, and custodians. And then I have a section with students and parents. So though obviously like in a classroom, students are under the teachers, in that sense, I think that a principal needs to work together to make the community and alumni happy, make the staff that works in his or her school happy, and then needs to make the students and the parents happy. So I think that these 3 working together and giving an even amount of your time to each of these sections is good, because I don't think that one necessarily really would outweigh the other, because your group of people that work underneath you in your building are important, the students and their parents are important, and obviously the community and alumni. The community is going to want to know what you're doing, and is going to make sure that you're hopefully being successful in your school and everything like that. So I think that they don't necessarily fall under the same branch in my eyes. You need to communicate effectively to your teachers so that they know what's going on. But if you're not communicating effectively with your students or your community as well, I think that you could, have some trouble there. So I put teachers at the top of my chain when it comes to the ones that work in my building. I think, teachers are the ones that see the students every day. They're around the students more than any of the other, whether it be maintenance personnel or staff, office staff, things like that. So I think that if they're not doing their job, that would be the biggest effect on me if I'm not meeting the needs of my teachers first and foremost. So that's why I put them at the top of that. Then it goes to maintenance personnel and office staff. I feel like, again, just in the running of things, if they next on my list would not, their needs were not being met or not communicated effectively, it would be a problem if I couldn't get something done. So I put maintenance personnel and office staff next. And then finally, paras, cooks, and custodians. For instance, our paras or our cooks, they're not here. I have some in the school that I work at that aren't here all day, so they are more of like a part-time position, and so even with custodians as well. And so I put them at the bottom of this list, though they are so important to keeping the school functioning. I think that I could deal with that if I had an issue with that would be not as big of a deal if I had an issue with a teacher. So when it comes to community and alumni, I think both need to be in the loop. Again, if your community doesn't support you and know what you're doing, then you're going to have some real issues. So I think that's really important to make sure that the needs of the community are behind you. Especially, we just had a bond issue in the district that a bond passed. So if your community is not behind you, your alumni is not behind you, they might not view you as a great leader if you don't have that support from them. So you really, really do need that support. And then students and parents, of course, you need the support, and you need to be providing them with resources as well. So this is what my pyramid would look like.